everybody, and welcome to Kecoughtan High School. Tonight's contest between the Kecoughtan Lady Warriors and the Bruins. The Lady Bruins from Bethel High School. Hello, everybody. Mike Hauser along with Brent Musgrove at a warm gymnasium. Today, 70 degrees outside, and rather on the warm side also in the gym. Let's send it down to courtside where Brent now has the Bethel head coach, Mike Hagans.
Thanks, Mike. Mike, this is closing in on the end of the year. You were picked to finish last in the district, and you're right in the middle of the pack, 10-8 overall. Who do you attribute your big comeback to this year?
Well, I'd say the kids buying into the program, buying into the things that we really want to do. They've worked hard, and it's been a total team effort. So that's what I think it is so far.
Well, I think you finally got them to buy into it, and the record's turned around from where you were picked now. What do you see tonight from Kecoughtan? Well,
they look a little shorthanded here. I was just talking to the coach. He mentioned that some of his players are injured, and we have some injuries too. But, hey, I'm sure they're going to come out scrapping, and they're at home, so that's their home environment. So it's going to be a tough contest, tough contest.
Well, Coach, I thank you very much for taking the time. I know you're ready to get back into this. Good luck.
Well, thanks for having me.
Okay, Mike, back over to you.
Thanks, Brent. Yeah, it's funny he mentions the fact that the Warriors look like they're a little shorthanded. Coach Sapp was telling us a little earlier tonight that they played the last game with only 5 players on the court, and they were kind of wagging their tongues a little bit running up and down the court. So let's see what Lester Sapp has to say about the Lady Warriors.
Thanks again, Mike. Got Coach Lester Sapp here with the Kecoughtan Warriors in the midst of a rebuilding program. And now you got some players out and players injured. What's the story tonight, Coach?
Well, I've got one with a bad knee, one with a hip pointer, a few of them with some 2-0 point averages problems, and I was down to 6 players on Tuesday night, but the 2-0 doesn't go into effect until Monday, so I've got 8 tonight.
You got 2 games left after tonight. What do you see out of this Bethel team tonight? What do you expect?
Oh, they're quick, they're fast, they're good, they've got athletes. The game was close last time. They only beat us by 50.
Try to keep that good attitude going, Coach. Listen, thanks so much for spending the time with us, and I want to get back with the players. Thanks so much. Have a good evening. Oh, Mike, back to you, buddy.
Great sense of humor. They only beat them by 50 last time. Yeah, the Warriors definitely have struggled this year, 1-14 so far on the year, as they are definitely on a rebuilding mode. The district standings as they stand right now, the Heritage Hurricanes, the Lady Hurricanes, and the Hampton Crabbers at the top of the list, both with 14-1 district marks and 16-1 and 16-2 respectively in the overall. Woodside follows after the loss to Heritage last week, 13-2 in the district, with Phoebus, Bethel, Warwick, Gloucester, and Minchfield all in the swing of things there. Each player at this point in time looking to get things going, as we now have Brent joining me here down here in between the stands, so to speak. Rather warm situation in here, and you can't talk to me without the headphones on. There we go.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm taking that long trip around behind the bleachers.
Well, that's just unfortunate, All that does is leave me here to talk,
I saw 2 people back there that were here when I was coming around here. As a young man in high school, they're still hanging around under the bleachers.
I was talking a little bit about the district race so far tonight. The top teams in the district right now, obviously the Heritage Hurricane and the Lady Crabbers from Hampton all knotted up, and by the way, are playing tonight. So hopefully during the boys' game we'll be able to announce what the girls' game was final over there.
I hope.
I'll know because my wife's at the game.
Well, see, you got to have contacts. That's fantastic.
It's called a cell phone.
But like you were saying, this district's a lot tighter in the girls. And 2 weeks ago, there were 4 teams, I think, are tied for first in the girls, and 4 teams tied in the boys. It's the second place.
That's right, and it's still that way in the boys, by the way. The Hampton boys have jumped out into the lead in the number 2 spot behind undefeated Bethel. And again, the girls, tonight's game over at Heritage is going to go a long way to determine who's going to be the number 1 seed and get the number 1 seed out of the district into the regional tournament.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. Have you got the referees there?
Yeah. Our referee is Walter Hamlin, and our umpire is Bob Howard from the Peninsula Basketball Referees Association. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to play the national anthem, I believe they're color guard now on the court. There's a picture of the referees. stay tuned and listen to our national anthem.
Well, folks,
right.
I hope y'all got the chance to hear that in a high school gym. That's traditional. Thank you. We enjoyed that. I wish I had that young lady's name and just say thanks. Maybe I'll get it before the evening's over. Great job.
I'm surprised you're not up running out there right now to find out. But that's all right.
I gave up chasing women when my legs went bad, so I don't run out there too fast.
Not what your wife was telling me the other day.
We got a small house, so she can't run too far.
Okay. Tonight's game, obviously, means a lot to one team. That's the Bethel Bruins as they try to continue to stay in the hunt for positioning at this point in the playoffs. Because
they're right in the middle of the pack. And
right now, the Bethel Bruins, again, right in the middle, in fifth place. They're a game. They could actually overtake Phoebus, depending on how the remainder of the season goes. Each team has 2 more games after tonight.
It's gonna be big also for Lester. I talked to him before we went on camera, and he's trying to keep his players focused. He knows they've had a rough year, and again, right here at the end with exams and stuff, he's about to lose another player. He's down to 8 players tonight. 2 games to go. He'll probably be down to 7 at the end. Here comes the Bethel lineup while we're talking here. Of course,
and number 3, Jessica Lewis, a guard. She's a sophomore. Number 4, Crystal Stevens. She's a junior forward. Number 14, Amber Easter. She is a freshman forward. And Joanna Cruz, she is a junior guard. And center is a sophomore, Lori Smith, number 32.
Very young team. Very young team. And of course, Lester Sapp had told us earlier in the year that he got 4 transfers in from military families into this team this year. That this all start all over again for this program. And but he's got some young players, and he's got some girls.
One of the things that I hope works out for the program is as these young girls are coming in here and actually will be able to obtain a little bit out of this, even though they're one win during the season doesn't help a lot, but they're sure gaining a lot of playing time and valuable lessons playing against some of the top-notch girls programs in the state.
Here's the Kecoughtan lineup, what we're talking about. You got Elizabeth Osborne, she's a guard, she's a senior. And then you got Cammie Roxbury, who's a guard, is a sophomore. And Samantha Applin's a guard, is a sophomore. And you got Jessica Moore as a forward, is a senior. And Renee Fowler as a forward, is a junior. And, of course, the rest of the way down the bench, you've got young girls, too. And, again, as girls transferred in here, Lester's in that district where there's a lot of military. They can just turn around and some will be gone next year. So it's always a constant turnover. Game's getting ready to start.
Well, that has a lot to do with the location of the school, too, right? Not too far from Fort
Monroe, Langley Air Force.
I mean, they're almost spitting distances from
there's
the
Coach Sapp
campus.
right there.
And I mean, let's face it, Coach Sapp's been through a lot this year, and he certainly has a good sense of humor. I like what he said when you interviewed him, and it was a close game against Bethel last time, and they only beat us by 50. And I mean, and he snickered about it. So I mean, he's
But if you're around him when he's with the girls, he's got that same easygoing attitude, and the girls pick up on it. They know where they are and what they've got to do, and that's the most important thing for young players. They've got a goal, and now they've just got to work for it. So here we go, starting off, of course, Bethel with the ball. Kecoughtan's in their zone.
That's like Lewis over there. Nice pass underneath. A little bit too hard. And there's a turnover. Drive to the hole, and I couldn't believe a foul wasn't called on that because the ball was knocked right out of his hand.
That was Applin with the steal. He took it down court.
But the Lady Warriors will maintain possession. That is Osborne, Elizabeth Osborne. She's the starting point guard. She's the quarterback on the team.
Yep.
She's the one that controls everything. Knocked out of bounds by Jessica Lewis of the Bruins. Good defense.
When you look at Kecoughtan, they do have some decent size in there. You know, you look at Henderson, at Fowler. She's a junior, and she's a center 52. She's up there close to six foot.
It's Applin with the ball. Nice shot there.
What did I give her, 2 on that?
Yeah, I believe so. That was Elizabeth Osborne on the shot, number 5.
So Kecoughtan opens up with a lead, and another interception. There you go.
Two turnovers for Bethel already.
Yeah,
there's a pull-up shot that's a little bit short.
That was Applin's second steal here in the first quarter. Nice pass.
Great pass underneath to number 20. And that's Joanna Cruz. She gets her first basket, ties the game at 2 apiece.
Oh, nice pass. Good look underneath. Another dish.
Oh, that ball. Nice block. Great block
done.
Underneath by number 32, Lori Smith. Are you trying to tell me that you don't have Bethel's lineup sheet?
Well, yeah, since you ask.
Well, let me give you one.
That's very kind.
Very kind.
Very kind. I'll get you a cup of coffee tonight for that.
I'll remind you of it, too.
I know. I wouldn't have missed it if I didn't think I'd be reminded.
Oh, nice defensive play underneath.
Oh,
this time,
little hammer.
Little hammer, yeah. That foul, I believe, is going to go against Renee Fowler. Let's find out. It should be on 52, and that is who it's called against. First foul on the Lady Warriors and Fowler. 2-2's the score, 6:28 to go in the opening period.
You got Moore at the line, shooting 2, I think.
Lori Smith is at the line for the Bruins, number 32.
Yep, looking at the wrong roster. Not used to having them both. Here's a replay of that.
Oh, my
While we
goodness.
get squared away here. Now, that's a good rebound, and took it up strong.
Smith for her second free throw.
Ah.
She got it the hard way.
Yes, she did.
Now, that doesn't count, folks, but she didn't call that.
That's right. Just another steal.
Oh, and
had to take
threw the ball right back.
Hit to Applin, and she lost it out of bounds. So it's Kecoughtan's. It's Bruins ball again.
Turnover on the Bruins. I mean, on the Warriors that time. That's 2 turnovers apiece now. Early in the first period. 4-2, Bethel out in front.
Nice rebound. Nice
3-point attempt by Jessica Lewis. A little hard. Rebound out a little deep to Amber Easter as the Lady Bruins go to set it back up again. There's a pass underneath, a little too hard.
Taken away by Applin again. That's her third takeaway tonight in the first quarter.
3 turnovers now for the Bruins. That's a 3-pointer off the back of the rim. 3-pointer was attempted by, who's that third? That's Jessica Moore.
Yeah, that was Moore.
Bruins knocked the ball out of play, and
a little confusion. The officials got it squared away for him. It is still.
And Kecoughtan remains with the ball.
Moore to
Jessica
Applin.
Moore.
Back over to Osborne. Take it inside. Nice shot.
Her second basket of the night. That gives her 4, and that ties it up. 5:30 to go in the first period. That was a drive by the Bruins' number 3, Jessica Lewis.
That looked like they're going to try to double team it.
Looked like she kind of went in there a little on the hard side and lost her balance.
Well, and see what they've done. They brought 32 up top. Good pass. Oh, got hit. By foul by 32 on the Bruins.
Yeah, if that's the case, that's Lori Smith, and that will be her first. Let's see who he gives it to. 32, and that's it. Lori Smith for the Bruins gets her first foul, first team foul. 4-4 is the score. Lady Warriors hanging in here.
If y'all happen to know how the gym, as the sun goes down outside, this is the only gym we have in town that's affected by the sunlight. It gets a little darker in here.
Tammy Roxbury nails the first.
Here's that foul underneath. Good pass.
Gets them both, so the Lady Warriors are out in front, 6-4. If the Lady Warriors play good defense and box out, they have a chance.
Good
nice tie-up.
And I got to tell you, that
goes against the Bruins again for another turnover.
Did you see that? That's Applin, fourth time involved in a turnover. 2 steals and 2 ties here in the first quarter.
That in mind. Or later in the game.
Okay, I won't tell them now.
Okay.
We'll hold it for later.
Well, the Warriors just turned the ball over as the ball is thrown out of bounds, so Bethel regains possession. Kecoughtan out in front 6-4 from the Bruins. 5 minutes to go here in the opening period of play. 3 minutes gone. Almost got it. And that was
3-pointer put up.
That was Applin almost in with that other steal. Rebound that time was Roxbury for the Lady Warriors.
Applin bringing it up court. They're dogging her. Oh, she threw that up a little soft.
Throw.
Yep.
And then I believe she was the last one to hit it, and that's correct.
Threw it up a little
Turnover
soft.
on the Warriors, number 4.
That's twice now we've seen one player or another get committed inside. And
there's Coach Higgins, and he is upset. He does not like the way this team is playing here tonight. He's allowing the Lady Warriors to dictate the ball up and down the court as they lead 6-4 with 4:43 to go in the opening period of play.
As I was saying, that's twice we've seen players penetrate the middle with no place to dish the ball. They're driving into a zone. It's not a man. And, you know, everybody collapses back on you.
Well, the same thing is happening
That's what I'm saying.
over here.
Both ends, it's happening on both ends.
Back-to-back possessions that happen. Yeah. Right now, the turnovers are 5 for the Bruins and 4 for the Warriors.
Well, I'm tickled. It's a close game. Like you said earlier, if Kecoughtan is allowed to stay in this zone by keeping the score close.
Well, the only way that the Bruins are going to be able to pull them out of this zone right now is if they start hitting some of these outside shots, which they haven't taken any yet. They're trying to force it underneath. There's an outside shot hard off the backboard. Shot was taken by Amber Easter.
Rebounded there by Henderson. Oh,
that was a forced shot.
Yep, she got it back and put it up again.
Osborne gets her own rebound and puts it up and scores. And believe it or not, she has 6 of the 8 points so far for the Lady Warriors. 8-4. That was a close walk there.
Yes, it really was. They're trying to take it over the top, and we're going to call a trip.
A knee right there.
Yeah.
Looks like number 45 on the Warriors.
It's going to be Dickerson,
will pick up her first foul. I didn't even see her come in the lineup. She must have done it during the timeout.
Coach getting sneaky on you.
Yeah, well, that's Lester Sapp. Yeah, because there's a
putting
shot
another one up.
Hard off the backboard. That shot was, I believe it was taken by number 20,
that was
Cruz.
Henderson. Yeah, Henderson got the rebound for Kecoughtan. I see there you go.
There's Osborne wide open and trying to scoot around. Gets a shot up. Almost got her own rebound.
Good rebound by 14. Time.
Nice play by the Lady Warriors. Dickerson to get the tie up.
Of course, it's Bethel's ball. That's the second tie Kecoughtan's for. So, but the Warriors are out in front, 8-4.
4-point lead by the Lady Warriors. 3:25 to go in the opening period. There's a shot that hits the top of the backboard and rebounded by Osborne. Osborne will take it all the way in for herself and gets it in.
She's taking over right now.
And that is 8 points for Osborne early here in the first quarter. 8 out of the 10.
That's 6 outside shots that Bethel's taken and missed in a row.
There's a foul that's going to be called against number 20, Cruz. After the rebound was made by a Warrior player, she went in after the ball, but unfortunately ran right into the back of the Warrior player.
Like you said earlier, until Bethel starts hitting those outside shots, Kecoughtan's going to be allowed to sit back in that zone. They've taken 6 in a row and come up zip so far.
That's Cruz's first foul of the game. Second team foul, and they steal the ball on the inbound throw. Takes a shot and is short, and it's tied up on the floor.
Be Kecoughtan's ball.
Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Warriors this time.
Bethel players stood right in there between the inbounds play and just took it.
Like we're in a full court press here, and there's a wide open.
She missed it.
And it turned it over.
Yep. Had a fast break. That's a little.
Three-pointer is up and hard off the back rim. Rebounded there by the Bruins number 20, Cruz, and she goes up and gets fouled on the shot. I believe it might be against 45.
That'd be Henderson?
That'll be Dickerson of the Kecoughtan Warriors, and that's her second, team's third. So going to the line, she will be shooting 2 is Cruz, who already has a basket with 2 points tonight. That one is off the back side of the rim, no good. Still 10-4 Kecoughtan.
Think the lights got anything to do with these missed shots? There's a rebound. I think there it was.
I was sitting here, if you look at that replay again, 45, Dickerson was standing there, never even moved, had both arms up in the air and got called for the foul. Lester says, we got the lead here, so let's make some decent passes.
Freeze. No, we're just kidding. She threw it too low.
Osborne throws the ball out of bounds as Roxbury can't get to it. That's their 6th turnover of the game. Still 10-5.
That's 2 breakaways they've had that been unable to connect on the pass. To lay that up a little higher. It's tough to catch that ball down that low when you're running.
Boy, when the sun goes down in this area, you can tell it, can't you? The wall gets dark now.
Nice jumper.
Nice jump shot there.
Jumper.
That's number 42, Fairbanks, with her first basket of the game. Osborne takes a little shovel shot. No good. Rebounded by the Lady Bruins. 10-7. Kecoughtan out in front. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nice penetration drive by Jessica Lewis. Gets her first basket of the game. This little pressure that Bethel has started to put on them is showing some advantages right now. Osborne to the hoop and gets hammered as she goes up. And
she's brought the ball down twice now and just carried it to the hole.
Kind of trying to make it a one-person show here.
Well, she's hot. You know, what did Kobe say? You got to give him the ball.
Give me the ball. I'm putting it in the hole.
That's right.
So they're not going to call that a shooting foul? Oh, my.
What do you have to do?
What do you have to do to get a shooting foul? She was hammered when she went up with it. I didn't even see him call it on the floor. So they're going to make it a floor foul, and
it's on number 3.
Warriors on number 3.
Lewis
picks up her first foul. There's Osborne to the hole, and
she's got it. It's 10 points in the first quarter.
10 out of the 12 points for the Lady Warriors. 12-9 is the score. Bethel doesn't seem to be throwing the ball around a lot like they normally do. No. They're standing around waiting for it. And that's what Coach Higgins is talking about.
Yep.
There's a nice putback by number 35. That's Arrington. That's her first basket. 12-11 now as the Lady Bruins has cut that lead down to 1. Tight defense is working a lot better. That will definitely be a foul on the floor.
That'd be on Cruz, I think. On 20.
I didn't see who he gave it to. We'll have to wait till they put it up on the board.
Yeah, 20. Cruz.
Yep, okay. That's her second foul.
There you go. Good shot.
Nice shot there by number 30. That's Applin.
Yeah.
That's her first basket. 14-11 is the score. We're under 55 seconds to go now in the opening period. Nice pass underneath. That was a great pass by number 20, Cruz, down underneath to a driving Lori
32
Smith.
Back to the line again. That's Smith, yeah. Put her back to the line.
She's going to shoot 2 after being fouled in the act.
It's getting warm in here. I hope they turn the fans on. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I hope they turn the fans on. I got you looking.
They got
up.
the fans. They got the fans on. The problem is it's the heater fan.
That's right. But I got you looking up.
Oh, yeah. Here's a replay of that last foul. Nice penetration move and definite foul.
Too late when you got to play that defense in the middle with your hands. If you haven't got position, just let it go.
Foul was on Daly. That's her first. Team's fifth. Free throw. The first free throw was missed. I'm looking for the second one here, and that one also missed.
Kecoughtan's ball.
We're at 49 seconds.
Good game. Good game. 49 seconds, like you say. Oops, threw it right back and let her steal it. It was almost a walk like you called earlier.
She got hammered. You can't count that one.
You can't call that good.
And she got fouled on the floor. What's he going to do here?
Good call.
Good call.
Good call.
So that foul was against the Lady Warriors. I believe number 5, Osborne, her first.
Lewis, number 3 here for Bethel. She was a hot outside shooter last time we saw them play.
Might be content. Oh, no, I guess not. Oh. Nice block by the defense there on the Bruins.
Nope, a little bit late on the pass.
Down to 3 seconds.
From downtown.
Long shot. And she gets it off. Oh, they weren't going to count it. I thought she got it off in time. That's the end of the first quarter. Man.
Guess what?
The Kecoughtan Lady Warriors out in front of the Bethel Bruins, 14-11. That was pretty good first quarter by the Lady
Went
Warriors.
pretty quick. 9 fouls called. But they were allowed to stay back in that zone. And it made it, like you said earlier, until Bethel starts hitting those outside shots, which they do have a couple of girls that can pour it in. Just haven't got hot yet.
Leading scorer in the game so far is Elizabeth Osborne for the...
You see who's up there, don't you?
Susan.
Susan up there, nice smile. Just, of course, on the other side of that camera, I don't think you get quite as nice a smile. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Turn around and look. Yeah, he's still up there.
Yeah, I got a smile. Look at that. I got a smile out of that man. That's Mr. Happy right there. Ladies and gentlemen, take a picture of this. It's going to be one of the few times you'll see teeth on that man.
You talk about no respect.
I got respect for the man. He's a handsome guy. Yeah, we're going to have to pick a player of the game tonight, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I think
right,
Kecoughtan's young lady, Miss Osborne, is well on her way.
She keeps this pace up. It's going to be a big night.
10 out of the 14 points for the Lady Warriors.
I don't want to jinx her, but no. Like I say, of course, if you're Bethel's coach, who are you talking about? Shut down. Who? Osborne. And they're trying to work it over the top, in and out, going for that outside shot.
As long as they continue to take that outside shot and miss it, Kecoughtan will stay in it. And that'll
Kecoughtan's
go
ball.
Looks like Bethel turns the ball over, stepping out of bounds. That's turnover number 7. Each team now with 7 turnovers in the game. The Lady Warriors are having a hard time keeping the ball in bounds. They're that wide open down there is Osborne. Nice put in.
Got it done.
Finally, they got it done that time.
Yes, sir.
16-11. That's all they got to do.
Yes, sir. We got somebody hot in the gym tonight, folks. Not counting the one sitting over here where the weather's warm.
Boy, she warm down here. Nice defense underneath there. Ooh, I thought that was a good block there by
look good from here.
By Jessica Moore. Who are they going to call it against? 30? Is it 3 or 33? I believe they're going to call that on Daly, and if that's the case, it is. That's her second. We got the boys line up yet.
That's a little progress here, folks.
At the line now, shooting 2 for Bethel.
Like I was saying,
Lori Smith.
While we were talking about this, we're going to pick players' games for both of these teams. They're both Hampton schools. Of course, that's where we work. And yes, sir. Got a little bit of strength on the inside now. I'm getting a coaxing.
Goes for her second free throw, misses that one too. That's 4 in a row now she's missed at the line. Osborne on the rebound, and then there's the leading scorer of the game with 12 points so far.
They run a little top weave with 2 people. You see that?
Applin back over to number 55, Henderson.
Nice scoop. There's Osborne again.
And alive.
Nice scoop
Talk
shot.
about on fire.
Yes, sir.
18-11, Lady Warriors out in front of the Bruins. Kecoughtan is doing what they have to do. There's another turnover on the Bruins.
That wasn't a foul. He called that a jump ball. Okay. That surprised me. That surprised me.
How do you get a jump ball off of a block like that?
Not me.
The Lady Warriors will retain possession as they had the possession arrow. 18-11 is the score.
Throw it over the top to Applin. Of course, you got to look for Osborne right now. She is the hot number on the floor, I'll tell you. She's got to have 14 points, I believe, or 12.
Almost threw that one away. Applin at the top of the key, drives to the hole, is fouled, and nothing's called. Back outside now, double teamed, and steps on the line.
55 got hammered that time with the ball. Guess it didn't affect the flow of
Roxbury
play.
got kind of trapped in the corner there and was double teamed and had no place to go. Looked like she tried to throw the ball off of one of the Bruins' legs, but it didn't work. She ended up stepping out of bounds.
That's an NBA 3 right there, folks.
Look at
another 3 coming.
Osborne underneath, fighting the rebound. Oh, she reaches in and gets called for a foul.
Yeah, can't play it that way. She's too important. That's her second.
2 on Osborne now.
Well, as they're going to the line, of course, our players of the game, we get T-shirts for being selected. Those T-shirts come from Tidewater Team Sports, located at 11839 Buchanan Boulevard. Your one-stop shop for all kinds of sporting equipment and shirts and garments. If you have anything in that line you're looking for, contact Dave Chubb or Terry McNamara at 594-0411. Of course, they've been a supporter of the Hampton school system for a long time and making this program possible.
This is Lynch on the free throw, makes the first one. 18-12, Lady Warriors out in front of the Bruins. Second free throw up and good. He made both of them. 5:55 to go before half. Looks like Bethel's going to stay in a, well, I was going to say a full court press, but they dropped the center back, so they're going to press 4 on 5 here. Osborne, she's going to get called for a walk, I believe.
Try to step between. Trying to do too much. Sometimes you just got to back it out. But she's doing a whole lot. Timeout, Bethel, I think.
Let's see what the call is. It is definitely a timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout by the
Bethel Bruins.
That's Hagens. Mike Hagens takes a 30-second. That's his second timeout of the first half.
Well, we got 5:47 left to go, and I think he wants to try to close this. I don't think he expected to be down by 5 this late in the game, and you just got to give it to Kecoughtan. They're playing. And of course,
they're playing a tight zone defense, and they're forcing the Lady Bruins to force the ball underneath or take outside shots. And
they're not
as long as they're not hitting the outside shots, I'm sure Lester Sappel will continue to stay in that position.
Sit right back there and watch
that's what they're doing. They're set up in a 2-3 zone, and they're sitting at home right now. They're going to make Kecoughtan bring it to them. That's all there is to it. There's a pass underneath. They had some good passing there, but again, the ball was rebounded by the Warriors. Henderson, who almost turns it over, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Bruins.
I thought Lester might do that. Osborne's going out for a rest. She's got 2 fouls. She's their main scorer. He's hoping he can maybe get 2 minutes rest here, I think, out of this. But I don't know he's going to have bringing up the ball.
Yep. He threw that one right into her hand.
Yep.
And for the score is Lewis, her second basket of the night. 4 points now for Lewis. That's a good way to move the ball down the court. And defense,
go for the bucket.
Defense by the Lady Bruins.
Broke up a layup.
And this seems to be where the Warriors have had the most trouble tonight, and that's getting the balls thrown inbounds. Bethel's tight defense. Ooh, she got close, didn't get called for that elbow.
55 from the corner and 3.
All net by Henderson.
Yes, sir.
21-15, 6-point lead now by the Lady Warriors. 4:45 to go in the first half.
Good shot.
Drive off the rim. Henderson with the rebound.
And fouled. That's just their 4th on Bethel, isn't it? Or is that the 5th?
It'll be their 5th foul,
okay.
but they're not in a 1-and-1 yet. The foul was called on number 42. That's Fairbanks, her first. Team's 5th.
Somebody's got to come toward the ball, folks. There it is. Applin bringing it up court. Keep the dribble alive.
She's the one that's going to have to control the ball now. That's a shot
14.
off the...
Got to stop
that was Roxbury on the shot, a little hard. Nice lay-in.
Yep.
Who was that, 42?
Yeah, I believe it was.
That was Fairbanks. That's her 4th point of the game. Kecoughtan is drawn to within 21-17 now.
That's Jessica Henderson handling the ball along with Applin. And there's the 3-pointer attempt again. A little strong, nobody underneath the boards.
Jessica Moore taking a shot that didn't have a chance to go in at that point.
Cruz got hammered by that time by Applin, I believe.
Foul's going to be on number 30, Samantha Applin. That's her first. Team's 8th. That was a good call.
Yep. But if you've seen what's happening without Osborne in there, there's nobody in there rebounding when Kecoughtan's putting the ball up. They're having a struggle to get it up. They were getting some penetration shots when Osborne was in there.
Bruins are definitely having a problem at the free throw line tonight, too.
Yep.
That's her 2nd miss tonight.
And, of course, the Bruins are coming off the board with the ball and breaking as soon as the ball goes up. Somebody's breaking down court, and they started to close this gap a little bit. They got it down to 4. They'll make it 3.
Second free throw, 21-18. That's all they got to do is break that press. Or out top with the ball.
There's a push with her hands there. I'm surprised that wasn't called.
Applin now with the ball, almost carried it. Back out to Moore.
Come on, Blue. You got to call something on that, partner.
Knocked a right slam on the ground. Nice drive by Henderson as she is fouled.
Take it to the bucket. Make something happen. That's what Osborne was doing. She was making him do something, carrying it inside.
Foul was on Lynch. That is her first.
Here comes that replay. Watch her just take it right from the top. She's just taking it to the bucket.
Exactly what she should have done.
Yeah.
Very good.
Carry it inside.
So Henderson is at the line to shoot, too.
Missed the first one. All right.
21-18 is the score.
3:28 left. Been a slow last 2 minutes. Still got Osborne sitting on. He's going to try to save that 3rd foul, I guess.
This is both of them. Moore underneath fighting for the rebound. Gets it outside to Henderson. Double team and then throws the ball away.
Yep, and they break. There goes Cruz.
And here goes the running Bruins. Nice hold-up move, and unfortunately...
Applin got in there and broke it up.
But the ball went out of bounds off of Applin, so the Bruins will retain possession. 3:13 to go in the second period of play, 21-18.
Can we get you to move down?
Cross-court pass, drive to the hole.
Nice jumper.
I thought she got fouled on the arm, and in the meantime, Jessica Moore gets a rebound and is fouled.
So that's going to be number 6?
No, that'll be number 7. That'll put them at the line shooting 1-1.
3 minutes to go.
Foul was on Lynch, and that was her second. As a matter of fact, second in a row now for Lynch of the Bruins. Sending Moore to the line. She's going to shoot 1-1. Her first...
Lynch is going out of the game.
Her first trip to the line today.
I think Bridget came in for Lynch there. Looks good. She hits the first one.
22-18, 4-point lead for the Lady Warriors, who have led from the start.
That was
in
a tough
and out. That one ding-donged around on the rim there a few times, didn't it?
A little bit hard, I guess, because it sure looked good at first. And there's Cruz putting one up.
Two-pointer.
Yep.
Nice shot by
Well, let's see how this.
For 4 points, 6 points now for Cruz.
We got Osborne back in the game now. Good try to feed.
Save. We can't see right now.
Where in the world is that going?
And then she turns it over.
Yep.
The Lady Warriors are losing concentration. Oh,
Good
nice block.
That was a great block.
That was a great block by Moore. I can't believe they called that one.
Yep.
That one there, I'm going to have to give Miss Moore. And that was a great block. We'll watch it. Looked like it had all ball.
Look at that.
Where did she touch that shooter?
I'm telling you what. Now we got the fans mixed up in here.
So shooting is number 3, and she makes
gets
that
a
one.
bounce.
That is Jessica Lewis.
Just show this one more time so the fans will get to see it at home. That is all ball, folks. That's as clean as it gets.
And her body was so far away from her, the shooter turned around and looked to see where the ball went. That was off. Tell you what, the Warrior fans now starting to get into this one.
Yeah.
That one actually should be a charge.
And I don't think
she charged into Applin, but I believe they're going to call that one on the Warrior player too. Let's see. That may go against number 30, and if it is, that's Applin.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad for these replays. I don't know who we got doing replays right now. Anybody up there?
That was Applin on her second foul.
Oh, we got the same crew as last time, guys.
Mike Nowinski is our replay.
Okay.
Now shooting 2.
Everybody showed up, huh? Nobody's getting prepared for that Super Bowl coming up. Here's that replay we're talking
Bridget
about.
shooting free throws.
The girls, her feet are.
No, that's a good call.
Yep.
Good call.
Comes some of the kick attempt.
You had Applin running right in front of her, and she interfered with it.
Now,
Makes
folks,
the second one.
We have tie ball game. 2 minutes to go.
Henderson
That's her
for
second
3
attempt.
off the edge of the rim. That should be a Kecoughtan ball.
It's
that ball went off of 14. I thought Easter hit that ball out. Either way, the referee gives it to the Bruins. Tied up 22 all. Minute 50 to go here in the first half. I just
Good
threw
rebound.
that ball up. Roxbury on a rebound. Henderson taking the ball down to court, and there's Osborne cutting across. And she is fouled on the floor.
By Lewis, I think, number 3.
That'll be her second foul. That will put Osborne at the line to shoot 1-and-1.
Have you mentioned the crew tonight?
I haven't mentioned the crew tonight. Have you mentioned the crew tonight?
You haven't been talking to him for a while, have you?
No,
You don't even get along, do you? I don't even talk to him.
I mean, the problem is you're one of the crew. Misses the first free throws, Osborne, so the Bruins get the rebound. Chance to take the lead for the first time in the game. That one is off. Henderson on the rebound, and she's absolutely being squashed between 2 Bethel players after the rebound.
Well, while we got this chance to walk down court, let's talk about it. Of course, we got Scotty Bowers in production. Don Sherrouse.
The big guy.
Yeah, the big guy. He the man.
Who'd you just say?
Don Sherrouse.
Did you get it right?
I feel good. You know what I'm saying? It was a moment in my life. I felt good. Okay. He's an audio engineer. Andy Foley, of course, on graphics. We got Susan Bowers up there on the camera up there. And truly, folks, for those 2 guys, people working up top tonight, that is a sweat box up top. You got Susan Bowers up there, Nathaniel Braxton up there in the top, losing about 1.25 pounds. And, of course, we got Ron Baton on the mobile cam, Sarah Myers in the truck, Mike Nowinski doing all this slow-mo work and instant replay, and Renee Camden, of course, in the production assistant out there in the truck, keeping Scotty calm.
One that brings all our paperwork to us to sign before the game.
She actually running the show. She's actually doing stuff. All right, here it goes.
Osborne on the drive and the shovel scoop. Great play.
Let's kick a hand back out front. What's that? It's got to give her 14, 15 points at least in the first half.
That's 16.
16 points. That's Cruz in the corner with the ball, taking it back over the top. 14 with a jumper. And
That's number 52, Fowler, on a rebound.
They're letting 55.
Yeah, just let Henderson bring it up, and then let Osborne bring the ball around.
Pick, nice shot. Let's see if she hits it. Oh, my.
And she didn't follow her rebound, but
good rebound by Cruz, and she's taking it to the hole.
Jump ball. Great job by Jessica Moore after the rebound to tie up the Bruins, number 25, Kathy Watson. There was a Kecoughtan player, and I'm not sure which one it was. I was blocked out, but she got flattened on the ground.
Yep.
Nothing called.
One shot.
Cruz outside. There's a three-pointer by number 14,
she nails it.
Amber Easter.
First lead in the game for the Bruins.
That's
with
her
18
first
seconds to
basket
go.
of the game.
Here comes Osborne down the court with the ball, and she's been chased by three by Lewis. They're going to call that a
nice block by number 14, Easter. After the three-pointer, goes back down, and then the Bruins bring the ball back up court. Lewis on a basket, and that will end the first half of play as the Bruins went on a quick 5-0 scoring burst in the last 30 seconds of the game. The Lady Bruins go into the halftime with a score leading the Warwick Lady Warriors by a score of 27-24. Stay tuned for second half action, and we'll be back here shortly to give you all the first half stats and the second half. Kecoughtan High School, everybody. Mike Hauser along with Rick Musgrove. We are at Kecoughtan, where the Lady Warriors are playing host to the Bethel Bruins. Close game in the first half, Brent.
Great night. I don't think anybody expected. I think Coach Sapp's players have found something that they can stay in that zone, like you said earlier.
Well, they led the entire first half with the exception of the last 30 seconds and find themselves down by 3 points, led as much as 8 in the first half. And leading scorer, 16 points, is Elizabeth Osborne for the Kecoughtan Lady Warriors. Well, go ahead.
I'm just glad to see that they're keeping it this close. And we're not saying they're out of this game. It's close, and they have every chance if they play like they did the start of the first quarter.
Well, like we talked about earlier with the sense of humor that Coach Sapp's got, talking about how close the first game was when they played the Bethel Bruins, and it was within 50, he said, but not by much. But in all reality, right now they're playing great.
They're playing great. They're if they can stay back in that zone, because they just don't have the depth, I don't believe, to run with Bethel.
Well, right now they had 12 turnovers in the first half, and that hurt Kecoughtan more than it did anything else. Leading score for Bethel was Jessica Lewis with 7, followed by Cruz with 6, Fairbanks with 4. Roxbury out in front. There's a pass back to Raw. Great.
Nice pass.
That was a nice give-and-go play as Roxbury gets her first basket, pulls the Lady Warriors to within 1. And now we're in a situation where we can't see the game.
Okay, we're back. Kecoughtan takes the ball away, and that's...
And she was just absolutely pushed out of bounds, and they're going to call that an intentional foul.
That was on 32 for Bethel.
That goes with 2 free throws and the ball.
Yeah, I don't know what brought that on, but she just looked like she just stepped out and gave her a shove. I know Coach Higgins is taking steps. Yes, he's let her sit down and calm down to figure out that maybe she got fouled on the other end. I don't know. Or felt like she should have been.
Yeah, our replay of that one, that was a little bit different.
Yeah. Surprising way to start the second half. Boom. Both hands. Just took the hands and pushed.
And then she just shrugged it off. I mean, the foul was on number 32, Lori Smith, her second. Henderson 0 for 3 at the line, is trying to get her first, and that one rims off. 0 for 4. These are the baskets you got to make.
Yep. These free gifts make a big difference at the end of the game.
3 of 8 in the first half. And now 0 for 2 in the second half. For
they get the ball out of bounds. Let's see if they can close that gap here.
Now, I'll tell you something else that hurt the Bruins in the first half, shooting 50%, 8 of 16 at the free throw line. That won't help you cause none, as Henderson turns right around and throws it away. And they're going to call a hold on somebody that should have been a walk. The Bethel Bruin player turned around and ran into her own player, and they're calling a foul on the Kecoughtan player. Lester Sapp is standing up saying, "What are you calling?"
Well, we've had some different approaches to the game tonight. But
look at him. I mean, he's standing. His girls are in this game, and he is beside himself. And I don't blame him. He had a Bethel player with the ball turns around and runs right slam into her own player, and there's a holding foul called against the Kecoughtan player.
That should be 3 seconds.
Let's see. Well, that was a great call because he actually called that one. Turnover on the Lady Bruins.
Now, the game's picking up a little pace. Maybe the game's getting a little tough for them.
See, Bethel is doing what they did towards the end of the second quarter, and that's and then Osborne threw the ball away. That's the pressure, the inbound pass. Yep. And it worked the last minute and a half of the first half, and that got Bethel the lead. Osborne throws the ball away.
She was trying to lead 32 with the pass, and 32 was standing still.
She thought Jessica Moore was going to be running down the court, and that's going to be a foul over the back, and I believe that was a good call.
Yep.
Fowler on her second foul.
Taking the ball out of bounds. Well, we still got a good game. 26-27. Kecoughtan's the only team to score so far.
1 point lead for the Lady Bruins early in the third quarter. Nice inbound pass off the key.
Yep.
And that is number 25, Kathy Watson.
And they're pressing on the made bucket.
That's her first basket. Osborne all the way to the hole.
And
nice shot.
Running shot. Tell you what. She's got all the confidence tonight.
That's 18 for her in the game so far.
Yes, she is. That's Cruz taking it right inside.
I mean, defensively, you can't do much more than that, you know.
Nope. Put your hands up. They don't call a foul. They've been calling fouls inside when they penetrate. There's Osborne right in the middle. Well, threw the ball too low.
It was a bad inbounds pass by Roxbury. Turnover, and the Lady Bruins miss a shot, and it goes out of bounds on the Bruins. Lady Warriors will have it. 6:14 to go, third period of play. Bethel out in front, 31-28.
Need to make a sharper pass. There you go.
Still a pretty close game. There's Osborne with the ball, being double teamed now. Henderson, and she's hammered as she tries to pass it off, and it's a turnover.
There was a carry right there. Cruz is going to take it to the hole, I can tell you that now.
And she's going to get the basket and the foul.
Well, we have an official that every time somebody drives inside, he's blowing the whistle.
Going to count the basket, and the foul's on Roxbury. That's her first. To the line will be Cruz.
This probably was a foul, but just taking it right into her. Look at this offense. Now, that's just taking it right to the player. And what does the defender do? Just say, excuse me, and get out of the way? Missed the shot.
On the rebound, and she's fouled by Cruz, and it's called. And we don't mean to be harping about the referees and the calls that are not being made, but
just be consistent.
That's right. You need to be consistent both ways. And right now, I think just pretty much every call is going against the Lady Warriors. You look at Coach Sapp. He is usually a pretty calm individual over there. Right now, he's not. His troops are down by 5, led by as much as 8 in the first half.
Bad pass.
That wasn't a bad pass. That ball was actually dropped.
Well, he's down at her knees, though. Okay.
Turnover on the Lady Warriors as the ball bounces off of Renee Fowler's knee. 33-28, Bethel out in front. 5:40 to go in the third.
See if Kecoughtan.
There's a turnover by the Bruins. Good defense underneath.
The players can't keep crying. You got to bring it on up court now. Let's go.
Jessica Moore. Pass across court to Henderson. She won't hesitate to take a three. This time she does. Moore for a bomb outside. Hits the front of the rim.
Rebound Osborne. Short. Came up short.
Ooh.
Call White. Ball's Kecoughtan still got the ball under the basket. That was the first short shot Osborne's put up.
Hit the front of the rim.
Yep.
And there was nobody in front of her. Maybe that's the reason why it was a little off. That's hit out of bounds by a Bethel player. So Kecoughtan keeps the ball. This time they got the ball inbounded in the corner.
And we can't see.
Worst place to be inbounding the ball is in that corner. There's Henderson out front with the ball. Drive to the hole. There you go. Take it in. 25 just hacked her from the rear. Watson on the foul.
Get her back to the line. Get a chance to see if you can get that shooting touch down. Kecoughtan keeps. If they'll drive the ball to the middle, I honestly believe Bethel is reaching right now. And if Kecoughtan will take the ball into the hole, I think they'll get back on his free throw line and get back in the game.
Probably set between 7 and 8.
Hey, she got one great.
Here's this drive. And you see when she takes it, she gets control of it. Just takes it in and watch him reaching. See?
She reached right over her back.
Got another whole quarter.
If she can make the second one. That one's off the rim again. And look at Jessica Moore underneath battling for the ball. And that is Stevens who comes out with it, takes it all the way to the hole and off the back of the rim. 2 rebounds by
25.
Watson.
Just kept throwing it back to herself.
Puts the ball in. 35-29. They extend the lead to 6 now. Henderson is double teamed and trapped and throws the ball away.
Yep.
Like Lester needs to get a timeout here to slow the troops down a bit.
That's 25 again.
And what's that Watson again underneath, and she gets fouled.
That's a third rebound in 20 seconds.
45, that is Dickerson on the foul, her third, team's fourth. This might be a good time to take a timeout and see if he can settle his troops down, but I guess he's content to let them keep going.
Well, what's happened a couple of times now is Henderson has got the ball. Here's 25, just takes the rebound right there. And looks like a lot of ball, but I'm sure body too. But 55 is taking the ball across court for Kecoughtan, but she's taking it all the way to the corner and getting herself in a trap. Now, I don't know what the player could have done there.
Now, that foul is going to be against
45.
Dickerson.
Yeah.
That's 45. That's her fourth as she picks up 2 quick ones. And that was a rebound, and she was being aggressive underneath, but
looks like she just had her arms up in the air. I don't know. Maybe she stepped into her.
They're saying up on the board that's only her third, so I'll take one of them on my list off, but I thought that was her second in a row.
I can't believe they're not going by your count, Mike.
That's nothing new.
Well, Bethel's just having a horrid night at the line. And I'm not picking on Cruz. I'm just saying the whole team is, are they 50% still?
Under that now.
And they're usually a pretty good shooting team from that free throw line.
They shot to 18.
There you
19.
go.
Come on.
9 of 19 from the line.
I'm at some way downtown, folks. Nobody there to rebound.
Jessica Moore on a 3-point attempt, a little bit short. Driving all the way down to the hole is number 4, Stevens.
And there it is again. They just take it to the hole and throw it up, and the whistle's blowing.
Well, obviously, Coach Higgins has made the changes that he needed to make.
Sure.
And he's telling the kids what they need to be doing and letting them drive.
Drive to the hole.
Foul this time is on Lori Smith, her third.
And I have to say that they'll do it at both ends, you know, and Kecoughtan has to try to penetrate with that ball too. And get the shot up and see if they can't get a few whistles. First free throw is nothing but net.
Crystal Stevens at the line, shooting 2.
Here's just watch her just driving over that right-hand side. And she reached in with that left hand. Got her, yep. Got to keep those arms straight up in the air, ladies.
That was Jessica Moore on the foul. It was her second. I'm sorry, I gave it to Bethel.
Okay,
Henderson on a rebound.
I guarantee the coaches told her to keep out of that corner. There's Applin with her first shot and got nailed afterwards. She's going to go to the line for 2. Got nailed after the release.
I believe the foul is going to be called on Crystal Stevens, and that's who it goes against. Her first foul.
Here's that last foul. You see after the shot's released, you'll see what we're talking about.
Well, Applin goes to the line to shoot her first
There's a shot,
free throws.
and she just goes right into her.
Makes the first one. 36-30 is the score. Bethel out in front. Lead cut now to 6. Samantha Applin makes her second one.
And that's what we talked about. That's what they need. That's what they need to do is
score with the clock not running.
Yep.
Oh, nice pickup by number 3, Jessica Lewis, and she drives to the hole. Makes it pretty easy. Applin out here to Moore, and then turns around and throws the ball right into Cruz's hands.
That's just got out of control with the ball.
38-31, Bethel out in front. Bethel now kind of trying to take control of this contest.
Jump ball pretty quick. Kecoughtan's ball.
That goes as a...
Now, what's getting Kecoughtan out of this game is they're trying to run with Bethel. And what got them into this game was when they took their time and got down court with the ball and set up. So they made 3 or 4 turnovers here in this third quarter by trying to run with them. It's not bad to get it across.
They're not going to run against this team.
No.
So they have to play smart, and they're getting themselves out of being what was effective in the first half.
Of course, Bethel's doubling. That ball's right out of bounds.
Osborne throws the ball
right out of bounds.
38-31, Bethel out in front. 2:52 to go here in the third quarter.
And of course, I'm looking at that 2-3 zone, and there's a...
Well, I tell you something that really has helped Bethel, Kecoughtan in the first half. Bethel tried to bring the ball up the court deliberately and slowly and took their time, and that gave Kecoughtan a lot of time to get set up on defense, and they've taken that out of the realm of the game here.
Yeah, they've run the zone. They've run past the zone. Exactly what you're talking about.
Fouls on Jessica Moore. That's her third of the game.
And it's good.
Jessica Lewis at the line.
Kecoughtan's been in this 2-3 zone now the entire game, and it's worked for them most of the time, but it's allowing penetration just inside the foul line. And when Bethel's getting the ball in there, they're just turning and driving to the hole. And if they're not making the bucket, they're getting the free throw. There's Applin driving. Nice shot.
Great job.
And that's what they need to do. Be patient down there, and they can get back in this game. Be patient.
Now, one of the things I think that's hurt them a lot in this third quarter is their ability or inability to get the ball down the court after they brought the ball in. And you know, they almost ended up turning that one over. Henderson outside. Moore.
Back to Applin. Oh, good shot, though. They got off a good shot.
Daly, Rwanda Daly on the shot.
If she takes that same shot and drives it to the hole, it's going to be a whistle. That girl just drove all the way down the middle and jumped right into the center. And
that's going to go against a Warrior player based on the fact that she brought her hands down and defensively went out after her instead of letting her come to her.
This is a knee right into the center's chest. And I just don't know what you can do when you're holding your position for that long.
That was called on Henderson. That's her first foul of the game. Cruz at the line. She should be shooting 2. But she's been there a lot tonight.
I have to credit Bethel with doing what they have to do, and that's taking the ball into. Here's that replay. Taking the ball into paint. Now, she's made up her mind. Now, there's the center standing there. And I mean, there's a knee right into her. So you tell me.
And she jumped straight up.
Straight up. All that, verticality doesn't mean anything. It's just a word.
Cruz hits the second of 2. 41-33, 8-point lead now for the Bruins.
Yep.
She got hit on the arm, and she is upset that a foul wasn't called. Nice
play.
pick. Oh, yeah, it's a great job by
42.
Was that 42?
42.
That was Fairbanks getting that
And she just stole
pass.
the ball back underneath to Lewis.
Lester Sapp calls timeout and about probably 8 points too late.
Well,
they went all the way from a 3-point deficit now down to 12 down, and he waited until they were 12 down to make a call, to call timeout.
Well, I don't know if he wasn't trying to get it earlier, but if you looked at some of the Kecoughtan players, they were just standing. That little spurt, they were just standing. Well, okay, you bring it in. I'll wait till you to get it here. And, and I understand getting down mentally, but when you're in this game, if you're going to stay in this game, you got to stay mentally alert. And they found a way. They found a way to break the press. They were getting it across.
Absolutely, and that's the key was the fact that they started running with the ball. They didn't do it in the first half until the last minute and a half to go before the half, and they just took charge, and they've been out in front and taking it right to the Lady Warriors since that point.
And they're penetrating because they know the whistle's going to blow. They're taking the ball to the hole. If they're not making the shot, they're getting the whistle.
Right now, the Lady Bruins have outscored the Warriors by 9 points already in the third period of play, have a 12-point lead. And then turns right around, almost throws it away. And then she turns around and throws it away.
Gets running, gets out of control, gets up in the air and has to do something with the ball. Pull it back out. As Williams from Carolina would say, get it across and pull it back out.
Well, you figure when you got one player and you got a 1-on-3 situation, there's a turnover, and Applin gets the turnover. 1-on-3 situation. Why force it? Pull it out and wait till your players get set up for it.
There you go. Now this is where they can do well.
That's a double dribble. She took. That's a good call. She doesn't like it, but unfortunately, it's a good call.
Well, she started to throw the ball, and the person she was throwing to, 55, was just standing still in the corner, not coming to the ball. That's crucial. Come to the ball. And she tried to hold back on the pass, and it was just got out of her hand.
Down to 50 seconds to go.
Taking a long shot, and look at the rebound. Gonna call it on 34 over the back. 4.
That's a foul on a Kecoughtan player. Okay,
it's on Bruin, 34.
It's on 34. That's Darden. That's her first. Mike Higgins is getting some more players. Another turnover.
What I'm talking about.
I believe Applin's going to get called for a foul in this play.
Kecoughtan is having a lot of trouble on the inbound play because of poor decisions on the passing. You can't throw the ball at somebody's feet or throw the ball behind them. But again, I don't blame the inbounds player because none of the Kecoughtan Warriors are moving. They're just kind of standing. There's just a couple of them making a move.
Applin picks up her third foul tonight.
Here you go. Watch the inbound play. All right, just right over the top. I guess the foul was with her body. I guess that's what they call it. Her hand
Amber Easter makes the first free throw, looking for the second here.
13-point game.
A little off.
And there's a rebound.
Takes the ball straight to the hole. Jessica Lewis on her basket. Gives her 14.
And there's Osborne
for the shot and the play. Great job.
Foul by 42, so she'll get the three-point play. Attempted the three-point play. The old-fashioned way, as you say.
Fairbanks on the foul, her second. That will put Osborne at the line again, like I said, normally. That three-point play, the old-fashioned way.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Now let's see if Kecoughtan can calm it down. But Bethel's been able to pick it up with that pressure.
At all the points that Osborne has made, that's only her second free throw tonight.
She's a smooth player. She has a great shot around the bucket.
21 points.
She's a great shot.
And probably the majority of those points were all by layups. Man, I thought she got hammered on these.
I'm surprised. Now let's see if Kecoughtan needs to pack it right here.
4 seconds left to go before the end of the third
Bethel
quarter.
likes to take it right over the top to the third person in the line. She moved out. 35 moves up. And there's it
wouldn't roll in. had 2 shots at it. In 4 seconds, had 2 shots at it.
In 4 seconds. Well, it's
12-point. That 3-point lead at the half is now 12 points. The Bethel Bruins out in front, 48-36 at the end of 3.
Well, not that we're rooting for Leicester particularly. Anyway, with both Hampton schools and both coaches are doing a good job. Leicester's Osborne got shut down a little bit that time. Of course, Bethel knew what they had to do. That's what Coach Hagens did.
He scored. Osborne scored 5 in the third quarter, but they were all late in the quarter.
Right. Got 3 up here in the last 20 seconds.
After Bethel had
shut her down.
Basically shut her down.
Yeah.
And you know,
that's what Coach says. He said, keep the ball out of her hands like she can't hurt us.
Major key in this game was the ability of Bethel to be able to penetrate and run.
Yeah.
When they started penetrating and forcing the ball inside, no matter whether they were playing a 3-2 zone or not,
right,
or a 2-3 zone, and they were starting to be successful and picked up a lot of fouls. After that, it was all Bethel.
Well, they kept staying on their end of the court. Like you say, they kept staying on their end of the court. And
the Lady Warriors had a very difficult time getting the ball inbounds after a made basket and their
turnover, anything. Yeah, they're not crisp passes, and part of it's because the players receiving the passes aren't coming to the ball.
Well, I kind of lost count of turnovers after 20. So they're now that's a walk.
Yep. All right.
Once you get that many, you might as well just stop counting them, really.
Yeah.
And see if they can get the ball down. That's Osborne.
Look at the hands all over her. I'm telling you.
Almost threw that one away. Nice pass underneath.
32.
A little bit too high, and it goes off of Applin.
Yep, 32 for Kecoughtan. She's just having a little trouble handling the ball. That's Jessica. Leading the ball just a little too much. Right idea, though. Come with time.
Fourth quarter has started. 48-36, 12-point lead by the Bruins. That's a 3. A little bit off to the side.
Just walk in there now among 3 players.
Well, that's Kathy Watson. She shot a half a dozen rebounds just in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
She's standing right here at the bottom of the circle, at the foul circle, and in the middle of that zone. And when the ball goes up, she just walks in between players and gets in position. Nobody's finding her and boxing her out.
That's Spencer over there for the Bruins.
You're in a zone, but you got to know where your players are.
And they're doing some really nice passing underneath right now. Henderson on a rebound, and she's just going to take it down herself. Applin off the front of the rim.
That was 33.
I'm sorry.
That was Daly.
That was Daly. From the view I had, all I saw was the 3.
Yeah. Drive right by her and just gets it.
Bounce out. And that should be a foul against the Bruins. Should be a rebounding foul against the Bruins, and that's going to send Bethel, that should send the Kecoughtan to the line.
I think that's going to be Henderson going to the line, isn't it?
Waiting to see who they're going to call the foul on, because there was about 3 or 4 different players under there. Looks like it's going to be a 42 Fairbanks on the foul.
And there's Henderson in a position, and she got nailed on the head. You'll see, I think, hold her head here in a minute. Yeah, see her coming out of there?
So Jessica Henderson will be at the line where she has really struggled. She makes this one.
Got that one. She's got it down to 11 points. Let's see if we can get it down inside of double figures here.
2:07 at the line. Let's see if she can make this one. Get it down to 10. Right now it's an 11-point game. Lady Bruins out in front. That was well short. You could see that when it left her hands.
Yep. Of course, she's tired. She's been bringing the ball up, doing her just a little bit of everything.
One of the things Coach Sapp said before the game, that last game they had players running up down the court with their tongue sticking out, just absolutely gasping for air. Nice defensive play. Applin with a drive to the hole.
And she missed it.
And she pushed all the way to the end, into the court.
I don't know what the official was.
How come that wasn't a charge?
No such thing.
Unreal.
Okay.
You can hear the guys behind us saying, unbelievable. They're not, I mean, we had a Kecoughtan player go to the hole just now and
got hammered.
She literally got pushed right out of bounds with the referee standing there and never even called it.
There's Applin.
There's Applin goes in on a cheap foul.
Okay, we're going to get inside that double figures, I think.
So that's going to put Applin at the line. She'll be going for the old-fashioned three-point play. That foul was called on the Bruins.
Got it down to 9. 6 minutes to go.
Arrington, that's her first. Team's 8th. Applin will go to the line to try for the three-pointer. She's had a pretty good game tonight. Got 8 points, looking for number 9. That's off.
And there's a rebound, and just couldn't get it back up. That was 52. She got the rebound.
There's a walk, and she got it.
Yep.
Are you watching the coach over there?
Yeah.
He almost looked like he was saying, well, I don't know what you're calling, man. 6:05 to go here in the fourth.
Well, so there's that inbounds pass.
Osborne got the ball, but ends up losing it out of bounds.
Nobody broke.
I mean, you had 4 Kecoughtan players standing right there by the ball, and nobody moved.
Nobody broke. Nobody
Turnover
broke.
on the Lady Warriors, 48-39. They got it down to 9.
Well, let's say it's not over. 6 minutes. Right into the middle. There's a ball. Oh, okay. That was a walk.
Got away with it.
And missed the shot.
Missed the easy lay-in,
That was the first one she's missed tonight.
Yep. Well, second one, she missed the early shovel shot that was short. That one was just a little bit off.
There's Lewis taking it right to the middle. Good play.
And by far, she's been the star of the second half for the Bruins.
Oh, man,
what a great play.
Now, come on, Kecoughtan, hustle down court.
Easter just literally took the ball right out of her hands, and Lewis scores again.
Now, she just threw it right into that crowd. 3 players there.
That's 12 for Lewis in the second half alone. Oh! And that's number 25. Watson, he comes in late and gets a great block on an easy, what should have been an easy layup.
Yep.
Bethel is now hustling up and down the court both ways.
Well, they've got it back out there now with a 13-point lead.
Still got 5:15 to go here in the game in regulation. Osborne out near mid-court now.
You can dribble.
You can dribble.
I don't know where she was trying to put that ball between 3 green
She was
strokes.
trying to put the ball in Jessica Moore's hands, who didn't have a chance. And then I believe she's going to end up being called for a foul on that.
Yep. But you see what? Bethel's just taking it to the bucket. They're just taking it and running.
That is against Applin. That is her 4th.
Here it is. She's just taking it right to the bucket. And of course, she reached across. She didn't take her hands straight up. She went all the way across the player.
Applin will sit down for a while. Coming in the game now is Dickerson. At the free throw line, trying for the three-point play
I think Roxbury just came in too.
Spencer. Goes off the back of the rim, and there's Watson getting the rebound.
Here's Lewis taking it to the bucket. I told you. That's what she's going to do.
She walked.
She's hurt. I think she's hurt her ankle.
She picked up her pivot foot.
She's hurt her ankle.
Osborne drives and scores.
She's hurt. Henderson is hurt. She was working her wrist. Her ankle. She was working her ankle. She came down.
I understand, but that's going across the other side of the body, man. There's a big difference between a wrist and an ankle.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking fast. Checking to see if you're on your toes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
54-41. You're all right, man. You're all right in my book.
Thank you, man.
I can't read, but you're all right in my book. And just taking the ball and moving it methodically around the outside
nice
edge.
Shot. 14.
Moves that on 14 as Easter gets her second basket of the night. Back to a 15-point lead, 56-41. Henderson on the drive. And the throw in.
Let's get back down court now.
Great
nice
pass.
Lewis.
stepped out of bounds. I thought she was actually forced out of bounds.
It looked close to me, too, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you. They're letting it get out of hand here, guys. 56-41. 4:31 to go in regulation. Osborne now has the ball. Leading scorer in the game, by the way. He has 23 points on the game. We will be picking players of the games here before too long. This is Roxbury. Gets cut off nicely by Bruin. Henderson and a great block by number 14, Easter.
I think there was a foul there that didn't get called. But that's okay. 3 minutes to go in the game. It's a 15-point game now by Bethel. And a nice shot. And there's Henderson battling right there. Out to Osborne. They got a 3-on-1 break, and she throws it up from there.
And that was Easter blocked that one, and that's about 5 blocks in the second half by Easter.
Yeah, but it's a 3-on-1 break, and never gave the ball up.
Looks like a foul is going to be called against the Warriors. That's going to go on number 45, Dickerson, and that's their 4th. That puts, looks like, is that number 5? Yeah, that's Lynch at the line. She'll be shooting 1-and-1.
I don't understand what's happening here.
I know exactly what's happening is the Warrior players are holding their knees. Their war slam out. They just
be a good time for a timeout.
Well, you know, you would think. There goes Henderson goes ahead and gets in there, but she didn't want to. She wanted to stay back there and relax.
Take a full timeout and let him sit down for a minute.
He's got 4 left. He's only used 1 in the game.
Sweet shot. I tell you, nothing but net.
Lynch hits it. She's 3 for 3 at the line.
Nothing but cotton.
16-point lead now by the Bruins. That one bounces off, goes out of bounds. And Henderson turns right around and throws the ball right back into
It went out of bounds off of her. She had to jump out of bounds to try to save it.
Easter picks the ball up and just lays it in.
And they're just keeping pressure on Osborne. She's been the threat. Well, the crowd's starting to build up here in front of us. Can't see too well.
Or short. Nice rebound there by Daly, but she's fouled on the rebound shot. She'll go to the line. She'll be shooting 2.
Well, what are you talking about?
Fouls on Jessica Lewis. That's her 3rd. It's real obvious who one of them is. What do you know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think we have that. Yeah, no doubt about it.
And I believe this young lady has taken over in the second half for them. Your choice.
Yeah, she just kept driving to the bucket. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right, folks. It's getting scarier. Mike and I agreeing on everything. Well, day, Mike. What are we doing? We're gonna have to start running around and go and stuff. Well, so hanging out.
I'm kind of turning my head on this now.
Well, I know you're not getting that kind of cooperation at home. I've heard you. You talk about it. You know, see?
I hear you.
You brag because your wife's in.
See, my wife doesn't see these games, so you can do all the talking
That's what I'm
you
saying.
want.
You've already, commented. My wife doesn't see this game, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Timeout is called.
If you get a package in the mail, okay.
59-43. Bethel out in front with 2:14 to go.
What was a 3-point halftime game's now turned into 16?
Well, actually, the game was pretty much over with 3 minutes into the third quarter because that's when Bethel just
kept running.
A minute and a half before the end of the first half, it was Bethel just took over with his game and hasn't relented at all.
Yep.
And They've out-rebounded. They've out-hustled.
Just took it to the bucket. Yep.
When you can't run up and down the court no more, you're going to get out-hustled. And Kecoughtan doesn't have enough numbers to be able to do that. Bethel has substituted very freely throughout the entire second half, and that they've had the legs.
Well, as we were talking earlier, sometimes timeouts can just get a blow, get a rest.
I mean, there's Jessica Henderson over there for Kecoughtan sitting on the bench, just absolutely wore out.
Yep. And she's looking at that right ankle still.
Now they got ice on her knee now. So maybe it was her knee she tweaked and not her ankle.
Bethel's put some new players in there. 45.
Well, let's see. We got Spencer.
Valentine.
We got Lynch. Bridget in there. Roxbury over here to Applin. Applin drives to the hole. Passes
nice
the ball
shot,
out to number 33, Daly.
Nice shot.
Picks up a basket. 59-45. A minute and 40 to go on a clock that continues to just tick away.
Get out of that corner, get out of that corner.
There's Osborne sitting over there still working hard. Jessica Moore on the rebound. Pass down to a streaking Osborne and almost turned it over.
Missed a shot and got fouled by 45. But she missed a shot. Well, she hadn't missed many tonight, 2 or 3, so you can't say much.
Valentine on the foul for the Bruins.
Shooting 2 at the line.
Minute and 17 to go. Well, let's see. Players of the game? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we're going to start out with Kecoughtan. Of course, it's very obvious. I'll give the name. You tell. Elizabeth Osborne for Kecoughtan just dominated first half and back here in the fourth quarter. Here's that last foul while we're talking about it. Takes a shot up and boom, just goes right into her hip. Takes her out of bounds. Ooh, that could have hurt. That could have been bad.
She's got 24 points on the game.
Got the rebound.
That ball was just ripped right out of her hands. Great defensive play by number 10, Bridget, for the Bruins.
So
a minute to go.
Osborne had how many points in the game?
24 she has in the game.
For Kecoughtan?
For Kecoughtan. She leads all scorers in the game.
Good steal by
on a steal, and the Bruins are coming back up.
49 seconds to go, and of course our player of the game for Bethel.
Jessica Lewis with 18 points. So the two, both of these players are very deserving. I'll tell you what, Lewis in the second half has carried Bethel, and in the first half, Osborne kept the Warriors close, as she had 18 points in the first half, and she'll finish with 24 unless she scores again before the end of the game, as we're down to 25 seconds to go. Spencer out top of the key.
Go get it, go get it.
Lynch over there.
It's 5-second count. Thank you. I don't know what she was thinking. Yeah, I don't know how long the count she thought she was going to get there, but it's called 5.
Well, they got one more chance to put a couple of points up on the board. Osborne coming down the court with it. Passes it off and then turns right around and has the ball thrown away.
And that's it, folks.
Final score. The Bethel Lady Bruins 59 and the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan 46. Again, players of the game.
Jessica Lewis for Bethel
with 18 points.
And Elizabeth Osborne for Kecoughtan
with 16 points. Great job by both players.
Thanks, girls. Good game. Nice to see it kept close.
Sorry, Osborne had 24, not 16. She had 16 in the first half. Final score, well, they took it off the board.
59-46, I think is what it was. And that's it for us here at the girls game. Kecoughtan Warriors, Bethel Bruins.
Mike Hauser along with Brent Musgrove from Kecoughtan High School. Good night, everyone.